there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Coffee. Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the sketch.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Man, you got to love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying the left side. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Coffee. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Gets open down the middle. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Running to Green. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There, got some room, heading to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owl.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll try the outside to the left. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Martin. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Denmark. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10.
Turning it on. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Owls.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Man, a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hayes. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Hayes. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Martin. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
4th down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The give to the back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
Nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Back open in the middle. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The inside handoff. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And the defense drags him down. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
There's a great example of a quarterback who's able to turn the page. Things haven't always gone his way. He's obviously thrown 2 picks earlier in this game, but he's still staying aggressive. He's still taking shots, and his guys are making...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Coffee. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Takes over and the offense will return to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. On the ground, it's Mason. Crosses the 30 and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Spins away, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Let him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
Here comes the 2-point try. They'll run the option. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight.
Snags it inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple. A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's obviously one of the best in the country. But the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Coffee. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. To dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. On target to the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble.
There he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Sweet cut there. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Owls, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Red pass, it's complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They just keep firing. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught, close to the marker, it's Davenport. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Martin. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put in play from the 27. First down. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it.
Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. They're going to ride this running back. At the 45 on its way. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Owls, with a long way to go after the loss on the last play, leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's loose. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to power their way ahead. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both